As a woman, when you are in the world of making money and being part of the money-making machine, which underneath is not only about survival but also asserting your position, you might realize when you reach for more than what was prescribed for you, to where you were born, with social class and country and time, you discover that the world is very masculine, that the culture allows men to take your space and want you as a woman to take as little space as possible and not to speak up your mind, not to voice up your concerns, not to put the boundaries, be it in private and in professional life. On your own, there is not much you can do about it, apart from being very assertive, but that requires a lot of energy and strength. And it's not always, doesn't always bring results that you really would like to see. Because if it's a problem in the whole of the culture, then an individual cannot really change much about it. For sure, in your own life, it will make a huge difference if you will start speaking up more and setting up the boundaries and fighting for your rights to take as much space as you wish. But that space-taking thing is a very political issue, which means that we fight for resources, and part of those resources is space. For example, a safe space to live in, or good working conditions, or a possibility of a safe travel. That's all to do with space. And to claim space, you need to have money. Money costs space. If you want to live in a nice part of town or nice part of continent, if you want to have more control over where you stay, where you live, where you go for your time to rest, you need to have money. It's a capitalist culture of fight for resources, for the position and money. And in this fight, we forgot about values. We live as if this life was very, very long and was never supposed to finish. Have you seen that? It was a bird. Hello? No, it's gone. We forget that we live in a space that used to be occupied fully by nature, and we took over. And I think it's time for us to think more about how our personal choices and our energy and strength can be used for not only our own benefit, but also for the benefit of nature, for those who are weaker than us. There is a lot of stuff in a culture that is not spoken enough about, because we do not find time to pause and reflect. But time to pause and reflect is also a privilege, because that means that you had enough money to take care of everything else, to survive for yourself and for your family. And the biggest burden of making sure that your family is fed and safe is on a person who takes minute after minute take care of a present moment. And that person used to be a mother, a woman. Then a daughter would be trained to become the same in the future. In this way, we are all trained as women to take care, to check if everyone's fine and if they're feeling okay, and if the environment is safe. We were trained to be present to the immediate environment and its responsibilities that it puts on humans by, for example, you need to have a meal, you need to have a fresh clothing, for the day of work. You need to have fresh laundry made for the evening so you can rest in your bed. You need to have enough food for the family to have a dinner in the evening. You need to plan the budget for the next week and month, for a few months, if there are bigger expenses for your family. Who does it in your home? Is it a man or a woman? This works used to be associated only with women in the past, and so rarely we discuss this, so rarely we negotiate that. Sometimes I feel completely helpless about what I can do, and then I think to myself, okay, maybe there is not that much that I can do, but I am here and I can speak up, and maybe there will be those who will listen, and that will bring some change with a time. In my view, the best way to bring a change is to work together in groups. Now, in our structures of society, these spaces are already taken. It's difficult to start a new group that would make something completely new, because we are immersed in the political structures and financial structures that were created far before us. They evolved and changed, but they influence our decision making and our ideas about what is possible and what we can do to a great extent. Hello.